Sees Truth Channel.
Hello friends, Sees Truth Channel here. Today I wanted to share with you some of the etymology that I did on the word soul. Spent a lot of time breaking down words, and I must say that this is quite interesting. And I believe that the time that we're in right now, that it is very important to understand exactly what the soul is and exactly what we're supposed to do with it. So let's go ahead and start. I would first like to start with the word soul, spelled S-O-U-L, as in the soul, the essence, the being of any living creature. So let's go ahead and start with soul being divided up into two syllables, S-O and U-L. So can mean true, right, and accurate. Ul can mean to put down to the ground, to diminish, to decrease, to bend, and to close. So whenever you take so and ul and you put them together, you end up with what is true, right, and accurate being put down to the ground. Now, if you refer to Daniel 12, it says that the horn prospered in all that he did, and that the truth was cast down to the ground. So if the soul is the truth cast down to the ground, and we have souls, then it is our very souls that are cast down to the ground. And we, in fact, are the truth. Now, S-O-U-L. Now, U-L, ul, can be spelled U-W-L as well. And it is a root of the word Elohim, which means God. A root of Elohim as well is Olel, Ul, and El. So, Olel, being a root of Elohim, means the child, which I find interesting because if you remember in Revelation 12, there is a child who was caught up unto Elohim. That child is the soul, the true, right, and accurate soul. That child is exactly what we are. We have inherited that true, right, and accurate child's soul. Now you wonder, how did that happen, or when did that happen? But I did a translation of Psalm 22, and I called the video "The Dove." And in the dove, it explains basically what this child went through whenever it was caught up unto Elohim. The Elohim observed this child's message, and they did not understand it. They did not comprehend it. In case you don't remember, in the New Testament, Jesus said that people don't understand him. They don't even understand the things of this earth, let alone the things of heaven. So, moving on, the soul is known as the life, the spirit, the essence, and the being of anything alive. And soul can also mean drunk. Now, this goes back to my previous statement. Elohim en route can also be ale, A-L-E, which is also what people use to get drunk. Ale, alcohol. I find it interesting that soul also means drunk. Now, I do believe that the word soul means drunk because we have drunk the cup of Elohim, meaning we have followed in the footsteps of Elohim. Now, if you go to Psalms 82, you will see the judgment of Elohim. And you will see that it says there towards the end that I have said you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but you shall die like men. You shall die like men. So the soul is the combining of the image of Elohim with the light of life, or the rib being mixed with that of a seraphim angel, the 5 mixed with the 6. This is why Elohim, being E, Lo, and Him, means descendants of fire and water. It is said in other ancient texts that the angels are descendants of the smokeless fire. So it makes perfect sense that Elohim, being God of the Old Testament, or gods, means descendants of fire or water, because we are talking about angels. An alternative form of soul is Sol, as in Solomon, or as in sun, or as also in Saturn. So with these references in mind, we can know that something very special was cast down to the ground. Just like the serpent, just like Adam, which was the source for DNA, being the rib, also called a serpent in the way, being Dan, or DNA. The truth, the soul, was cast down to the ground to eat dirt all the days of its life, joined with the sole of the foot. So now let's get on to the sole of the foot. The definition of the sole of the foot, S-O-L-E, is unique, unmarried, with independent power, bottom of a shoe, ground, soil, bottom of the foot, a piece of timber, sun, gold, and fish. So whenever we're talking about our souls being our being, our souls are our independent power. Our soul is unique. Our soul is unmarried. We are called fish by Jesus in the New Testament. Now, it also says that sole, as in the bottom of the foot, means a piece of timber. This is interesting because in the garden, the trees are called etz, and etz means carpenters. So a piece of timber is a tree, and it is a reference to carpenters as well. The sole is at the bottom of the foot. Yes, S-O-L-E, the sole. Sole in other languages, as far as the sole of the foot, is a rope, a cord, a collar, a noose, bondage, to tie together, and a wooden band or yoke. So if our essence, our soul, is cast down to the ground, it is the truth cast down to the ground, to the foot. This might explain why Jesus washed people's feet. The sole, being the bottom of the foot, means cord, collar, bondage, and to tie together. What did they tie together? They tied together the light of life with the image of Elohim. The rib mixed with that of angel blood, brought together, makes DNA. This allows for replication, which is sin. So let's go ahead and break down sole, as in the bottom of the foot, in etymology and syllables. So S-O, once again, means true, right, and accurate. L is L-E in reverse, and it can mean God. L-E can mean next to, sickle, and person. So whenever you take sole, as in the bottom of the foot, and you put it together, you get true, right, and accurate person. You get true, right, and accurate sickle, and true, right, and accurate next to, which I'm going to go ahead and throw in reverse and say that that means next to the truth. Now, the angels within our blood have elevated their throne above the throne of Adam, above the throne of the rib. Here's a 6, here's a 6, and here's a 5. That is within every single one of our cells. So the sole of the foot can mean next to the truth, which is interesting. So now let's get into the foot. The foot is regel, and it means to endure, according as, coming, follow, and journey. If we divide regel up into 2, we get re, and its definition is the root of a plant, and it is also the Arabic letter J, which is equal to R, which is equal to Ra, which is equal to the archaic spelling of the sun god Ra. Ra can mean blood and to walk. Gel can mean yellow, woman, wife, wicked, wanton, lustful, bright, white, and girl. So regel together can mean blood of woman, blood of lustful, to walk bright, to walk white, the root of the woman. And it can also mean the woman's blood, or the blood of the woman. So just like the Revelation 12 woman who gave up the dove, or the child, or the ool, the woman gave up the soul. Jonah has a reference to the chief musician being Allah. This is in the dove video. Jonah has a reference to the chief musician being Allah, giving up the dove or light of life to be united with the axletree of the gods, which is the sole of the foot. I kid you not. In Psalms 22, it says that the dove is to be joined with the axletree of the Elohim, and that means the sole of the foot. Coincidentally enough, while I was doing this paper back in November, Biden broke his foot on 11/20/2020. Biden broke his foot. Now that's interesting. Biden also means by Dan, or by DNA, twofold DNA. Coincidentally enough, we're talking about the soul, which is the mixture of the rib with the mixture of angel blood. Now, let's go ahead and put this into modern day terms. Right now within our cells, we have the rib, and we have angel blood here and angel blood here, or molecules. They want to extract the rib out of your cell, and they want to put messenger RNA into your cells to kill the coronavirus. So I would like for you to think about this. What happened the last time they mixed angel blood with the rib? Well, the light of life was covered up. That's what we are. We are the light of life covered up. We are the truth cast down to the ground. They want to take our rib, our RNA, and they want to replace it with messenger RNA. They want to coat it with protein to kill the coronavirus, to kill the crown virus. Is that not interesting? The crown virus, I think, could also be a reference to the blood of the king, the blood of the soul, the blood of the child, the blood of the lamb. that is within every single one of us. And they wish to extract that rib, that blood, and they want to coat it and cover it up. They want to take away the truth once again through a vaccine. Coincidentally enough, while all this is going on, we have a president-elect whose name means twofold DNA. And he broke his foot, which is where the bondage of the soul is. Sol equals sun or Saturn, alone, lonely, the G note of the musical scale, the symbol of knowledge in Freemasonry. So another word for soul is S-O-L-E, and it can mean a female pig. Pig is also swine, which is so-in. En can mean to be and to exist, just like Yahweh means to become and to exist. And Jesus means I female pig. So what I gather with this is that one, we are talking about one and the same whenever we talk about Jesus and we talk about the female pig. We are also talking about one and the same whenever we talk about the soul also being referred to as a female pig that exists. What does it mean to exist? That means you are born of a woman. I know. Look at this. Born of a woman. So Jesus is a female pig. Yahweh means to become and to exist. We are a part of the light of life, and we are a part of the seraphim angels. The soul is a female pig to be and to exist. So a female pig combined with that of Yahweh. That's why Yahweh in the garden made Adam of the dirt, so he could mix his rib with that of the seraphim angel. So some scriptures that I would like to go over just to kind of show you how this is applicable. If we go to Isaiah 63:1-5, God's judgment on the nations. Now here it is talking about these men who are clothed in red, dyed garments. And Jesus means to be red. Adam means to be red. Isaiah means to be red. I find that interesting. They all mean to be red. So now that you know this, you can kind of follow what is being said here. Who is this that comes from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This is that glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I speak in righteousness. I am mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? Now, who is him that treadeth in the wine fat? That is Yahweh. I, being Yahweh, have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. Once again, Yahweh is saying that he does stuff all by himself. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Does this not make Yahweh sound like the Revelation 19 horse rider? Does he not have a stained garment? For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in my anger, and I will make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. Does this not sound familiar? Jesus means to be red. Isaiah means to be red. Adam means to be red. And he is saying, you who are dressed in dyed garments, that glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I am going to tread down my people, the people. And I'm going to make them drunk. Once again, drunk. Just like soul up here can mean drunk. I am going to make them drunk. Who did this? Yahweh did this. And I will bring down their strength to the earth. Soul means the truth put down to the ground. The truth being diminished. The truth being bent. The truth being decreased. Does everybody now think still that the image of Elohim is something we should brag about? It is not. The Elohim are descendants of fire and water. I constantly see this in comments. We're the image of God. We're the image of God. People have no freaking clue what they're talking about. You are the image of the light of life, the Father of the heavenly lights. You have the word grafted into you. You have the truth grafted into you. The truth was cast down to the ground by the winners of the war. The winners of the war told his story. The losers of the war are a missed story or a mystery. So we have the winners of the war telling history, and we have the losers of the war being missed story. This is why the soul is the truth being cast down to the ground. Do you think if the truth had won, that the truth would be cast down to the ground? Absolutely not. Now this also takes me to John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. In the beginning, the Word, being the light of life, was Elohim. So, we, being the Word, cast down to the ground, being the truth, cast down to the ground, being the soul, cast down to the ground, we are Elohim. We are Elohim, but we are also the light of life. It is the image of Elohim that contaminated, or I should say, caused to fail the first creation of mankind. Now, in the story of Jonah, which Jonah is referred to as the dove, if you look up in the interlinear what Jonah means, it means the dove. The dove is a reference to the light of life, or the child. It says that the child went to Nineveh. These are the original creations of chapter 1, the original Israelites. That whenever the dove went down to Nineveh, everyone repented. Everyone turned from their evil ways. The dove, the light of life, did this. The people of Nineveh accepted the light of life. They accepted it because the dove, being the light of life, chose mankind over Elohim. Oh yeah, the Lamb from the beginning of all things in this universe chose man over Elohim. Elohim destroyed their creation. Elohim caused their creation to fail. What does it say about the one who comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy? The one who kills, steals, and destroys is the thief. The Elohim took the child, snatched away the child from the Revelation 12 woman. Is this not a thief to snatch something away from somebody? Did everybody miss that part where it says that? That God took the child? This is a thief. They took the child. They observed the child. They considered the child's message, if you read Psalms 22. They laughed at the child. They mocked him. They rejected the head of Christ. They cut him up into little pieces. The son of the dawn. Now, I know, this is what Isaiah refers to as Lucifer. They call Lucifer the son of the dawn. The dawn is the body. The body, Allah. Psalm 22, once again. The chief musician is Allah. My body, why have you forsaken me? Psalm 22. It talks about the separation of Lucifer from the body. So, I could go on and on about all of this, but the truth has been cast down to the ground, my friends. We live in a time where dark authorities, the dark rulers of this world, live in high places. The light of life, being mankind, did not win the war. So we have been diminished. Our blood has been bent into DNA. We have been decreased. And we are just sailing along as if everything is okay. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to make these videos for you. But I'll tell you this. You are the light of life. You are that lamb slain. You are a child of the living Father in heaven. Those who are dead tend to those who are dead. The living contend with the living. You are the soul. You are the truth cast down to the ground. The word is the truth. We must cut and divide the truth in order to find it. Therefore, you must cut and divide words in order to find truth. Words can be used to tell lies. Words can be used to reveal truth. That is why every word you speak shall be your judge. I thank you, friends. Up to this day, being January 18th, 2021, I have made 50, 60 some videos for all of you, trying to express to you my thoughts, my observance upon what I think is the truth. I do not beg you to believe me. I will not beg you to follow me. There is only one you should follow, and that is the truth that is within you. May you all be blessed. May you all find the truth. May God, the Father, help us all on that great day. I thank you, friends.